Good evening and welcome to Porcupine Stand with Silbert. This is a channel dedicated to Asante Kotoko fans and people interested in knowing more about Asante Kotoko. Channel way is all about Asante Kotoko. It's a Porcupine Stand and watch it. So pure Kotoko. It's just Kotoko news. So when you come in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because you will love exactly what we present here. You will love it, trust me. It's about the latest exclusive interviews, behind the scenes, everything Kotoko. We try as much as possible to get you the accurate news. Baby. And then anyway, you sign up for bed in somehow do a fast and to Kotoko home. Na jeti ababe sumo. We break the news, we set the records, and we set the pace. This evening we'll talk about Kotoko training plans for the week. The injury situations will come because there were some players who missed this game through injury. They were running in them. The Kotoko Youth Team updates with the Ebemount and a whole lot of things. And I'm presenting amount this evening on Porcupine Stand. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Everything that you want to know about the new game Asante Kotoko boy against Legon Cities now, you can kindly go back to the previous two videos where we rated the players, where the key observations, of course, with the game, they are presenting in a nice way that you will enjoy it. Now, let's go straight to the point because Adaje and Shadeni. So now, before the Kotoko game, our boy against Legon Cities, let me give you the list of players and missing game now, so that I can start addressing them one by one. Richmond, let me start from the back. Goalkeeping department, Danlad Ibrahim, MSC, the game. Danlad is not entirely fit. Danlad Ambo game. He was at the venue. Time I got Koye warm up in Nanosha Kotko JC agent because he's the captain of the team. And I share form I got Combs is here. So as a captain, even though you are injured, you get closer to the team, you relate to the players, you encourage them, you give them your moral support, even from distance. You share inner perimeter now Danlad Emmanuel Datuberi, a year of Penny Feno, Issa Amedu, also Kotko team now. Issa Amedu enter bench or tape. Oina perimeter all together with Dasuberi and a whole lot of other guys. Danlad was very close to the point first half in our dressing room. And the away game, he was also there with the players at the dressing room. So Danlad makes the game because of injury. On defense, Henry Ansu Messi game because of injury. Justice Blame Messi game because of suspension. Now, Wababinya Richmond Lamte injury. Michael Chage, I'm now recover, but I need enough for him to make the 20-man squad. Now, Ubenya John Tediku on the left side also started light training. Now, from what I picked, and Asante Kotoko team no anye training because normally the next game they say 1 week to prepare for their next game. What they normally do is they will give the team 1 day off. There was no trainer at Adakweja. I think to be catch us and Kotoko training, picking info and picking way catching the same message of bois. There was no training. But Nyami Adumochina and Asante Kotoko recovery training. She Adakweja, and it's expected that players like Danlad will be present. Players like John Tediku will continue their process of recovery, light training. They will continue. We are waiting for medical clearance on a branch of Henry Ansu or Ochana. So people training grounds are. You know that my men on the ground will bring the story. Justice Blair serving a suspension every into a ready to come back and be part of the team ahead of the other matches. George in Fagin pride. Just that the form and so coach Nelly and Nuntina own team make it the 20-man squad. Every year from my training and then no training Ochana. They'll be training in the morning and by 8. Now Kotoko players now started training. Now we will check the atmosphere and everything to see how the players are responding and they are relating to the new format. Team Asante Kotoko in their last 3 games. Let's move on to other stories. Now let me do this quick. My memo story we tell story we. Now the issue about Kotoko players' salary. I think the net date is 6 May. Now it is around so na salary nimko and a salary nimko. It's quite normal in the Ghana Premier League setting. Say Obete say Ghana Premier League club or someone else for 6 days, 7 days, maybe 10 days, even 2 weeks. Not salary by. It's kind of normal. But if we are setting the records straighter, Asante Kotoko players, club in the salaries. Don't say what you don't know. Let's set the record straight. Nyame ya adom a me catch him last 2 weeks Kotoko game come before me diama no. Salaries ne beko. Yes, me nye update them after me mouse our story no. But I'm confirming it to you, sir. It was paid. So there's nothing like a cow. For the game against Midiama no, once I ended in a draw, so there's no winning bonus. And then and I got Legon cities. For that, I cannot say salaries bonus nako. But what I can tell you is that proud to the Midiama game. Once I got to matches now winning back. Now the Kotoko last was against Gold Stars. I know my winning bonus. Enti normal but Nsuatre and Dreams, Accra Lions, Bechim, Ninana winning back, Ninana winning back. So almost share some test before the Mediama game, the bonus and the salary was sorted. In the last week, some cry and a Ketiano penny for clear. You know, the finances of the club is being managed directly from Fikesi. So that story is not true. Let's say from main sources. And the players have received their salaries even before say the month of April. And you know, say youth team players know sometimes how their payments are done is a bit different. And all of them included have gotten their money. Say a call atum okay when it comes to that particular conversation. Now, ahead of Kotoko game against Brekum Chelsea and hosted around the 38th minute. And Andrews in team menu edi a yellow card in the second half. Enoch Morrison edi a yellow card and the 90+4 Frederick Asari edi a yellow card. So there were 3 Asante Kotoko players out the yellow card in the game against Legon Cities. Unfortunately, all these 3 players were just 1 card away from suspension. Ghana Premier League, say unya cards miensa, not say waje ne waje ochina derby, but if you match the 1 not a yellow card, match the 5 no the another yellow card, match the 20 with another yellow card, you miss the next game right after your 3rd accumulated yellow cards. Enti Blay ambo a year the game against Legon City because now the yellow card na one. And all the 3 players in team menu, Enoch Morrison and Frederick Asare, will be missing the game at Asante Kotoko against Brekum Chelsea. So the new midfield 3 of Asante Kotoko, 2 of them will not participate in the game against Brekum Chelsea because of accumulated yellow cards. Fortunately, they will be available for the next game against Hartlepool. Enti saa na apie bo including the goalkeeper no crowd and Ramekai. But then me don't most Morrison had an injury on the nose, meaning obetimi time to recover. And in Timenu in the last 3 games against Samates, against Midiama, and against Legon Cities, I show signs to say he is picking up. But I'll pick yellow card. I think that was the first yellow card in the game, and Emmanuel Messi the next game. So we'll be looking at how Kotoko can arrange their midfield. But clearly, it means that a new midfield partnership is expected. Our Asante Kotoko team and Coach Ogum will have a new headache in how he will fix that. Because now, midfield means but the players were all close to suspension. And that is a bad news. I hate Kotoko after the game against Legon Cities. Now, Makada Lada Semnachel said the recovery no air. But now, there is this other news. A 60-40, depending on how consistent Asante Kotoko modern money be. There was a big man in Kotoko. And when engaging the coach himself, but Okai MF Amasun said there is a higher possibility that Kotoko last 2 games against RT and Bofakwatano, they will give other players an opportunity. In summary, The remaining matches Asante Kotoko, almost every player will be given an opportunity to do something and decide whether the club should keep him or he should leave. That is a story that is coming. Like I'm saying, komo nkete a ɛkɔ so ɔdan ne ho no ɛna ma piki bi a mede ma wo. So differentiate between when I'm doing a story na because we are confirmed. When I'm doing a story because we air directly from sources above, and I'm doing a story because a young komo. This was the conversation because they felt that some of the players have not really had the opportunity to prove themselves. And I'm saying this after the game against Timwa, your friend Legon City's Kotoko player, your friend Daouni Yaya on Senrano Stadium. Now, there were two key men in Asante Kotoko affairs. And when they saw the player, and that was why the whole conversation of when is this boy also going to get a chance and when will he give the other players an opportunity. As to whether it will fit into the coach's plan will be a different story altogether. Whether coach Nibeja Tumzemasa may say me rotate me squad no and be a Kotoko me bona poate bobi. Bones and na ebia Fuseni Sahaku onya more playing time this season in bobi. Ebia Bones and Nana Benyini ball, ebia Daouni Yaya, Samuel Asamoah, Rocky Gamna, Richmond Opokumo, Michael Che Gamna, Julius Ofori Ziggy. These are all players who have not enjoyed much playing time for Asante Kotoko this season. Nicholas Mensamo, maybe Prince Adasamo, they get a chance to also play. It will be a different story whether the coach will agree to it. But according to these men, very, very influential in Asante Kotoko, they are going to make that proposal with the hope that Yemo Biambobi, especially if that even happened in Kotoko's last game against Bofuakatano. Now, has a Sam Rantiwe, they can take advantage of that match to prove them. So, also, what's the idea? They say Kotoko and both friendly matches in the middle of the week. One, Omejai 2 training programs and now 2 training sections. Omejai. And I say friendly matches now the starting season, not technical team organizer. And my players or many biambo. Think in yesterday's case, recovery no mututu mikaka kra mo munye boy Asare, Nicholas Korte, Nuruddin, Sharif, Morrison in team, Ebia, Zeze, Yaya, Peter, and Ebia Mukwala Omububi. But the second team will have the opportunity to play a friendly match. That is not happening again because obviously my players never. For that, we won't see that happening. To see a bit of friendly matches, Ajaji Kotoko players, no, it's a different story altogether. But these men were hoping that every player will be given an opportunity before eventually that radical transfer, no, it's Nyaba. And I'm repeating, Asante Kotoko radical transfer moving on to next season. The kind of transfer because of Kotoko, no, and the whole process will be fast, will be swift, and a submarine, a quick. And all these are all conversations. Also, Ogum stay, and then Nyamiadom around 12 before say maybe Arabic should do the player ratings. No, we had an opportunity to meet a very key member in Asante Kotoko just up here. So there is a bank there, and midfied bank name. I met him, and we had an extensive conversation. Conversations need be about that on top secrets around Asante Kotoko. But there was one thing that catch me. Said me use my platform is that Ogum is staying, and he's having the total support. Just that there will be a different level of restrictions for the coach as compared to the first time you had that freedom to operate and do things. Now there will be more structures that the coach will go through to get the job done. But in terms of support, our coach we must say more supporter, our coach na bibia etimi akoye. So all these are news this week. From what I know, there is no form of plan to visit the Kotoko training grounds. NCC based on what I know, there's nothing like visitation. So about training, the plan, how to replace Frederick Kasare, Dalad or Poati Juan about them, how to replace Morrison, and how to replace Air Branch Fending Team will be basically how Kotoko will be shaping themselves up ahead of the game against Brecum Chelsea. Near I said players near pre-plan how they will recover and also join the team. So and young Komube Brave. Now it looks like the kind of report I hear from the youth team, and yet entirely settled into a chain, not channel pay no so about sumo on this particular platform. Yet I must say, subscribe to the channel and ma yejumedi and Bye bye.